Last year, a federal appeals court dominated by Trump appointees MAGA sympathizers ruled that the system the Securities and Exchange Commission uses to protect investors from is unconstitutional. That it is unconstitutional in 3 ways. This case, known as SEC v. Jarkesy, will be heard by the Supreme Court on November 29. To be clear, we are talking about a federal agency that has existed since the Roosevelt administration and whose governing statutes have not changed in any way for more than a dozen years. However, a particularly right-wing panel of the United States Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals somehow sought to find 3 entirely different constitutional flaws that no one had noticed before. The Fifth Circuit's decision in Jarkesy is not particularly surprising. Indeed, it is typical of a court that routinely issues dubiously reasoned decisions that attempt to sabotage the basic functions of the federal government. We're less than 2 months away from Supreme Court's current term, and it's already heard 2 similar cases. One from the Fifth Circuit, which declared a different agency, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, unconstitutional and unconstitutional for domestic abusers to own guns. Another claiming to have a right, neither of which the Supreme Court appears to have approved. But Jarkesy could potentially end differently. None. Fifth Circuit's 3 justifications for neutering SEC are particularly convincing. But one of them is based on a pet conservative Federalist Society known as unitary executive, a project that current court's GOP-appointed majority has cited as has great sympathy. The Supreme Court is back for a new term. Ian Millhiser is here to explain the betting. The 2023-2024 SCOTUS term will include a growing list of cases that could transform the United States, its government, and our right to free speech and public safety. We follow them here. Ian covered the Supreme Court extensively as Vox's senior reporter. Of their reporting here, in other words, there's a risk that at least some of this decade-old effort to torch the agency could succeed, with consequences that go far beyond securities. A sweeping decision upholding the Fifth Circuit could enable former President Donald Trump to stack the federal civil service with MAGA loyalists if he becomes president again. Under the strongest version of unitary executive theory, there are few, if any, limits on a president's power. Fire government employees who refuse to swear personal loyalty that president. What are the specific legal issues in Jarkesy? The Jarkesy case is an attack on the federal government's authority to use administrative law judges, a type of highly specialized judges who hear cases brought by specific federal agencies. Administrative law judges are civil servants who are hired using a merit-based selection process. They are often based in the agency where they hear cases, but they benefit from robust job security protections to ensure their decisi.